First question's from Dave Vassay. Go ahead, Dave.
Hey, Justin, I saw that you posted already the World Series jersey and hat at your locker. Can you just describe your feeling and your teammates' feelings today?
I don't know if I can. I just excitement, obviously, anticipation. When you walk in the locker room and you see that jersey hanging with the gold trim on there, it just kind of reopens up a bunch of emotions of what we're about to experience today.
Since you weren't able to be out there for the last out of the World Series, fans are going to be at the stadium. Is this maybe the first time you'll be able to fully enjoy and embrace what you guys were able to accomplish last year with the ring being in your hand and all that?
Yeah, this will be the first time I get to fully enjoy and celebrate with my teammates on the field, and it'll be a little bit different. Well, it'll be a lot different than it was back in Texas, so I can't wait.
Thank you.
Next question's from JP Hornstra. Go ahead.
Hey, Justin. I know there are a lot of factors that go into a player's decision when they reach free agency. But for you, as you were thinking about where you would be playing in 2021, was the potential to join your teammates on the field for this kind of pregame celebration, to get the ring, to get to see the jersey, was this part of your calculus at all in your decision to re-sign with the Dodgers?
I'm not going to say it didn't go through my head, but I don't think it had anything to do with where I was signing or wanting to sign. I think ultimately at the end of the day, I knew I wanted to be back here with the Dodgers anyway. So I don't think that had any influence on it.
Okay, thank you.
Next question's from Jorge.
Hey, Justin, how many friends and family members do you expect to have here today?
Honestly, not sure. I know my parents will be here. My wife's obviously going to be here. But other than that, I'm not sure. All I know is our fans are going to be here, and that's going to be amazing.
Have you seen the ring, and how much input do you guys and anybody have in how the ring looks?
Seen a picture of the ring, but haven't seen it in person, and we didn't have any input on it. Actually, it was by the time I saw it, it was already the finished product. But it looked good on a phone screen, so I can't wait to see it in person.
And what was last night like waiting for this day?
It was a long day. It was a long off day. So today couldn't get here fast enough, and was up early this morning and ready to roll.
Thank you.
Next question's from Eric Steven. Go ahead, Eric.
Justin, just wondering, you've been through like the pomp and circumstance of home openers and opening days here. I know today's going to be a little different. How do you sort of get back to the game itself, like once that's all over? I know it's going to be a long ceremony.
Yeah, we'll have a little bit of time in between the ceremony to kind of, click it back in and prepare for the game and get loose. But I think it's something that, we're going to definitely be in the moment and present for the ceremony and enjoy it and embrace it and share it with our fans, and then, do the best we can to put it behind us and figure out a way to win a ball game today.
Thanks.
Next question's from Kirsten Watson. Go ahead, Kirsten.
Hey, JT, just a quick one for me. Do you feel that, with today, obviously, you've gotten to see the ring, but not in person just yet, but do you feel like these types of moments somewhat motivate you even more to kind of do it again, to have this moment even with the fans this time, hopefully this year and things like that?
I think that's kind of the icing on the cake. I don't think it's the motivation to do it. I think the motivation to do it is when you're in those moments playing in the World Series and competing with your teammates and getting a big hit or making a big play or your teammate picking you up. I think that's the real motivation. This stuff is all just kind of the icing on top of the cake.
Thank you.
Next question is from Alden Gonzalez. Go ahead, Alden.
Hey, Justin, I'm curious, just not being able to celebrate that World Series championship with your teammates on the field traditionally the way that you would have wanted to. How much of a void do you think that was for you in the offseason? And I guess at the risk of being overly dramatic, like, do you think today could offer up any sort of closure for you?
Yeah, it was a big void, and I've actually said it. It felt like, as happy as I was and excited as I was that, Julio got that last out in the ninth. At the same time, it felt like I was sitting there watching, for the third time in my career, a team get to celebrate the World Series. So this will be very special. It'll be something that I enjoy, but I don't think it'll take place of that moment of the last out and getting to celebrate on the field with my teammates. No.
Does that still sort of bother you that you weren't able to do that?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's something that, I'm not going to forget. And it's something that, definitely, Kirsten just asked me about motivation. That's definitely motivation for me to bring another championship back to LA, and whether that's might be considered selfish or whatever. I want to be on the field for the last out and be able to run in and dogpile and embrace my teammates and celebrate the right way.
Thanks, man.
We got time for one more. Go ahead, Bill.
Justin, as somebody who grew up in Southern California and also still lives here in the off season, what does Dodger Stadium mean to people beyond just the baseball stadium? And I ask because of all the stuff that's been going on here in the off season with voting and testing and vaccinations. Is there something more to this place than just seeing a baseball game?
Absolutely. I think it's an iconic space in LA, and I think most people consider it their home away from home, even more so now with the testing site and the voting site, the voting site and the vaccination site, and then obviously being able to come in here and watch their beloved Dodgers play. I think this place holds a very special place in everyone's heart. And I don't know if I've shared this before, but I know my grandma grew up here in Southern California, and when Dodger Stadium was being built, her kind of family vacations were to come up here and watch progress going on as they were building it. So I think it's deeply embedded into, the roots of LA and the people who grew up here and are from here.
Thank you.